The electric revolution has dealers worried about their future and adapting to new sales trends, with things not going as planned. They prefer sticking to internal combustion vehicles over pushing EVs. Dealers are scared and trying to get rid of EVs. Here are the 8 reasons why. Dealers are facing a major issue with uncertain EV resale values. Rapid technological advancements quickly make older models obsolete, leading to significant depreciation. This uncertainty affects dealers financially as inventory may lose value swiftly. Reports show some EVs depreciate faster than traditional cars due to constant new model releases with advanced features. This rapid depreciation complicates inventory management and dealer profits. Additionally, potential buyers often hesitate to invest in used EVs due to concerns about battery life and reliability. The lack of a strong secondary market for EVs contrasts with the established market for used combustion vehicles, creating additional challenges for dealers trying to build confidence in the used EV market. Another major concern for dealers is the need to completely change their dealership model. Decades of unchanged practice must suddenly adapt to new circumstances. Selling something customers are not particularly interested in makes it much harder for dealers to convince customers to buy EVs. Dealers have become more customer-centric, embracing online commerce and new communication methods, including home or business deliveries. But so far, these methods haven't brought the desired results. This new approach has increased tensions between manufacturers and dealers. Manufacturers demand more effort from dealers, but want to control the process, with some even adopting direct-to-consumer models, bypassing the traditional middleman role of dealers. Dealers are constantly adapting their models, but feel they're not getting much in return. This could raise tensions further if the electric revolution doesn't bring the expected results. With slow EV growth and an oversupply, dealers face tight profit margins. Unlike the high-demand days of the Mustang Mach-E, today's EVs often struggle to command desirable markups. Buyers seeking high markups are now drawn to high-performance combustion cars, while EVs barely sell even at discounted prices. The current price wars led by Tesla and followed by other automakers are driving down margins further. Automakers are losing money, and sales are sluggish, prompting dealers to call for a shift in their offerings. Many are now pushing for hybrids, which offer better profitability and higher sales volumes compared to EVs, aligning more with dealer needs. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now, let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Selling combustion cars is simple and familiar. Buyers find a model, the salesman explains options, arranges financing, and finishes the paperwork. The whole process usually takes about an hour. However, with the electric revolution, the sales process has changed. Potential customers need time to familiarize themselves with new EV technology. Salesmen must explain and convince customers of the benefits of EVs, which takes time. Sales professionals are now investing much more time to earn their commission. Researchers found that buying an EV takes 3 to 4 visits on average, making selling an EV 3 to 4 times less lucrative for salesmen compared to gas-powered cars. No one wants to volunteer for that. Dealers across the U.S. struggle with the lack of consideration for regional differences in the EV market. The government's uniform approach assumes that EV adoption will progress equally nationwide, offering federal tax credits that don't address local needs. This one-size-fits-all strategy overlooks significant regional disparities, like those between California and Midwest states. Variations in infrastructure, economic conditions, and cultural preferences mean that EV adoption varies widely. For instance, remote areas with sparse charging infrastructure face significant challenges. Dealers must adapt to local demands and practical issues, making it clear that a more tailored approach is needed to address these regional differences effectively. The regulations introduced in 2020, which imposed stricter emissions and safety standards, had a profound impact on dealerships, compelling them to make substantial investments to ensure compliance. These regulations necessitated significant upgrades across various facets of dealership operations, including the enhancement of facilities, the acquisition of advanced diagnostic tools, and extensive staff training. A prominent example of this is California's rigorous approach, which requires dealers to undergo comprehensive training in electric vehicle (EV) technology. This mandate not only incurs substantial compliance costs, but also subjects dealers to increased scrutiny from regulatory bodies. Furthermore, the push for stricter environmental regulations has driven dealerships to invest in sophisticated infrastructure, such as advanced charging stations and waste management systems, to meet the new standards. Given these escalating costs coupled with the slow pace of EV adoption, many dealers are left questioning whether these investments will yield sufficient returns. The evolving and often complex regulatory landscape is amplifying concerns among dealers about their profitability and the potential future challenges of maintaining compliance. One of the most significant obstacles dealers face is the uncertainty associated with their investments in emerging technologies. With the growth of EVs experiencing a slowdown, dealers are understandably cautious about committing large sums of money. Investments in essential areas like charging infrastructure and employee training are indispensable, yet they come with high costs and inherent risks. Dealers are required to stay abreast of rapid technological advancements, which necessitates ongoing training and frequent updates to their infrastructure. For instance, Ford's Model E certification program initially demanded a considerable financial outlay, ranging from $500,000 to $1.2 million. While Ford has since relaxed some of these requirements, thereby alleviating some of the financial strain on dealers, the need for continuous adaptation and investment remains a significant concern. This ongoing necessity for adjustment and investment, coupled with the uncertainty of future returns, continues to make dealers cautious and apprehensive about the overall value and profitability of their investments. The electric revolution isn't going as planned. The EV market is growing slower than anticipated, with growth rates lagging despite a brief recovery from previous downturns. EVs might not reach a 10% market share by year's end as hoped. Automakers expected rapid expansion after ramping up production, but dealers are now facing a glut of unsold vehicles. The early adoption phase has ended, and the middle class has yet to fully embrace EVs due to a lack of affordable options. Dealers are stuck with pricey models meant for early adopters, while cheaper, more practical EVs are still not available, leaving consumers sticking with traditional combustion engines. The slow adoption can also be attributed to the uneven development of charging infrastructure and lingering concerns about battery life and range. Many potential buyers are deterred by the perceived inconvenience of charging stations and the fear of running out of power on longer trips. Additionally, the economic uncertainty and fluctuating fuel prices have led some consumers to delay their switch to electric vehicles, preferring the familiarity and lower initial cost of conventional cars. As a result, the anticipated surge in EV market share remains elusive, and the industry must navigate these challenges to achieve its ambitious goals. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.